And Johnny Quest. Actually, I'm gonna do like a partial unboxing here, not so much as a real unboxing. And obviously, you can see that I have two reels up here. This is the Abu Matic from Abu Garcia, the 271i, and I just went fishing out to Fairfield Lake, and let me tell you what happened to me. I tightened up my drag as I was trying to catch a fish. He was really, the drag was actually very loose, and I'm going to go ahead and loosen it up so you can see. When the drag is real loose, it's really loose, real loose drag. And I'm going to go ahead and reel it in. And but what happens when you tighten the drag? You get a little tightness, not bad. But then I got a little bit of a bigger fish than I thought here. And by the way, this is a 12-pound fluorocarbon line. And what happened is that I did get a pretty nice fish. And I tightened drag as I'm trying to fight this fish. This fish is like really pulling. I'm talking like he was a fighter. And I had him on a Ned rig. And I tightened this guy, man. I took it all the way to the max. That's like the max tightness is supposed to be, like on a stiff there. But guess what happened to me? I'll tell you what happened. That fish kept pulling the drag. I lost the fish because of that. Because it kept pulling the drag, I actually lost the fish. Now, when I first bought these, I actually bought 4 of these. The other 3 actually came out pretty good. They work real good. The drag works good. This guy here, on the other hand, the very beginning when I first got it, was already giving me problems. I sent it in to get fixed. They actually did it for free, and everything was fine. I mean, until what happened to me. So now I know it's not fine. Something's still wrong with this thing, and I've taken a look at it in several ways. I don't know what could be wrong. Everything else pretty much functions like it's supposed to. It does release when you press the button, releases out. It does, you know, pick right back up. Whoops. When you reel it, but the drag is a no-no. So, would I go and buy another one? No, I wouldn't. So what did I do is I said, you know, I'm going to have to replace this guy. Now, mind you that I paid about 25 bucks, I think, for this guy. I did not get it on any special. I actually paid like, no, actually it was less. I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's about 20 bucks, yeah. About 20 bucks is what I paid for this guy when I actually bought it. And I bought 4 of them, and I said, why not? You know, we need some new reels. And like I said, the other 3s did work, so I'm not knocking them. Just this one in particular didn't work for me, so Johnny Quest had to go out and get something that works. So, seeing that my other rod has a Shimano, which I've only recently heard through other YouTubers that actually use it in their fishing, and I've seen that it's giving them good results, I decided to go and get a Shimano for my other rod. It has worked very well. It's an open face reel, or as they call it, a spin casting reel. And so I decided to go again. And I went to Academy, and I actually found this guy here. And you're not going to believe, I'll tell you in a minute. I found a Shimano, and it's an easier way to cast. You actually press a button, and it opens the reel for you, which is good. Because I could just go like that, hold my line, throw it out. And instead of my drag being up in the front, it's actually on the back here. And it works real well. I already tested it. And the drag really tightens up really good. It's really well worth, you know, giving it a shot. It's super, super smooth. By the way, this is a real heavy-duty reel here. By the way, it's real heavy-duty. It's really strong. I've already, like, pretty much you know, examined everything. And what I like about the Shimanos mostly is they have like a really smooth edge here. It's not cut off like some other reels. The other Shimano is even better because it's a little bit more beveled than this one. So I'm going to use this one mostly for my finesse. What I'm thinking of doing is using definitely I'm going to use a 20-pound braided line, which is about the diameter of a 6-pound mono, and I'm actually probably going to fish with fluorocarbon 6-pound and tie them together. And that's probably how I'm going to fish with this. And I'm going to use it strictly for finesse fishing and on my Shakespeare rod, which it's been with me for years. So I'm hoping that this all works out. You know, I will let you guys know. This is cool. I like this idea of I mean, you could just flip it. And you know what? It doesn't matter to me because I'm used to doing this, you know, and holding my stuff. But if I can just go like that and hold it, you know, while it's over there, you know, it's fine too. I could just get used to doing that. But anyway, I think it's awesome, you know. I used to have another one similar to this with the little handle thing, except it tightened up the drag up here instead, which was a different kind of reel. And I really like these Shimanos. They seem to have, you know, very durable construction. If you actually examine them well, they look very durable construction, and I actually like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it out and see how it goes. But definitely the Abumatic 276i, I'm really disappointed in this reel because they let me down more than one time, even though I counted on it. And I'm not, you know, knocking them because I still do have 3 others like it. And those work fine. I don't know why this one turned out the way it did. But anyway, you will be seeing me fishing the finesse worms and my finesse fishing with the Shimano R4000. And this is actually the heavy duty of its type. Okay, there are, I think, like 3 others. So this is like the heavy duty of its type. And it can handle the more weight. I think it can handle up to sinkers that weigh up to about 13.5 to 14-pound sinkers. I mean ounce sinkers. I'm sorry, pounds. I said. Yeah, I think it can handle up to 13 to or 14-ounce sinkers, and that to me is actually pretty cool because you know you can actually use it for all kinds of drop shots and all kinds of finesse fishing, which is what I'm going to use it for. And if I want to go a little stronger in the future with it, I still can do it. And that's what I really like about it. It can handle pretty much lines of 8, 10, and 12. And like I said, I'm going to go with like 6 really, with a 6 diameter braid and probably a 6-pound, maybe even go with an 8-pound. Now it was 20-pound braid, which is about the 6-inch diameter of mono, and I might go maybe with go with an 8 fluorocarbon, maybe a 6. I could still do the 6 if I want to, which I'll probably will. I'll probably get a 6 fluorocarbon. I already have a bigger fluorocarbon if I want to go that way, but on this one I'm gonna go on the low end. I don't think that I'll go anything higher than a 10 on this one on the fluorocarbon leader, just because I really want to stick to being real delicate on the fishing with this guy. So my definite beginnings will be either a 6 fluorocarbon or maybe a poly like the P line. They have real good polys, and the poly ones, they're kind of like a mix. It has a little bit of a stretch in it, but they're actually have the fluorocarbon properties. So I might go with the P line. I actually like that that brand of line a lot. So I'll be letting you guys know how it goes. For the moment, Abumatic out. Shimano in, and I'll let you know how it goes. And Johnny Quest out.